So we have a practice team that's just all guys. They have to be students at the university. They basically just volunteer their time, and I think we were down 15. So we like make a couple threes, we cut it to like 10, maybe.
Speaking of videoing practices, there's one iconic scrimmage.
There is.
Yeah.
But nobody knows if it actually happened because
it
nobody
happened.
actually saw it.
No, you know what happened.
Yes. I don't even know.
Now, when you say we make a couple of threes, was it you or was everybody making threes?
It was me, but the points went to the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Caitlin Clark just dropped a bombshell on David Letterman's Netflix show that has WNBA veterans seeing green. While some players are grinding through seasons making less than $100,000, Clark casually mentioned making $3 million before even entering the league thanks to NIL deals. The jealousy is real, folks. Clark's jersey sold out instantly. Viewership is up 53% since she joined the league, and her Netflix appearance is just adding fuel to the fire. You know what's crazy? Some players who've been in the WNBA for years don't have half the endorsement deals this rookie secured in her first few months. Is this creating a toxic locker room situation? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video.
It was funny because we had a high school girls basketball team there that day. So we had a little audience, and we were up in our practice gym, and they were like jumping out of their chairs, going crazy. So I think I had 22 points in 2 minutes was the moral of the story.
I'm sorry. 22 points in 2 minutes.
Let's talk about the money game, where Caitlin Clark's sitting with David Letterman on Netflix, casually discussing her millions while WNBA veterans are checking their bank accounts, wondering how this rookie's already out-earning their entire careers. This isn't just a small gap we're talking about. It's a financial Grand Canyon. Imagine making $3 million before you even graduate college. That's Clark's reality through those NIL deals with major brands. Meanwhile, the financial situation for most WNBA players is straight up depressing. The average salary in the league is just $102,000, with many veterans who've dedicated their lives to the sport earning under $100,000. Do the math. Clark earned 30 times what some veterans make in a single year while still attending classes at Iowa. The contrast became crystal clear during Clark's Netflix appearance. There she was, comfortably chatting with Letterman about her deals with Nike, Gatorade, State Farm, Buick, and even having her own cereal called Caitlin's Crunch Time. Most WNBA players couldn't even imagine that level of financial success. What makes this even more frustrating for veterans? Players like Diana Taurasi, literally called the GOAT of women's basketball, had to spend years playing overseas during the WNBA offseason just to make decent money. Hopping on planes to Russia and Turkey while Clark's appearing on podcasts and national television. This isn't just about players being jealous. It's about a system where marketability trumps years of excellence and experience. When your jersey sells out within hours of release, while veterans can't even get their merch consistently stocked in stores, that sends a pretty clear message about who the league values. Beyond the money drama, Clark dropped something truly outrageous during that Letterman interview that had everyone's jaws on the floor. Think Steph Curry's hot streaks are impressive? Clark casually mentioned scoring 22 points in just 2 minutes against a men's team. Not a quarter, not a half, 120 seconds of pure basketball domination that instantly set social media on fire. The way she told the story was almost unfair in its casualness. "I think I had 22 points in 2 minutes," she said to Letterman, who looked genuinely shocked as she described raining threes against physically larger male opponents. This wasn't just a cool basketball anecdote. It was Clark shattering the glass ceiling that veterans have been hammering at for decades with one viral clip. You know what makes this even more wild? These weren't just regular guys. They were male college athletes who volunteer as practice players. Dudes with size, strength, and athletic advantages that female players constantly hear about from critics. And there's Clark, making them look like they were playing defense in slow motion. The moment spread through social media faster than Clark's signature step-back three, generating millions of views across platforms. For years, the WNBA's marketing team has tried everything to get this kind of organic buzz. And here comes a rookie doing it with a single story. This viral scrimmage story lands differently for veteran players who've spent years fighting for respect only to watch Clark demolish barriers overnight. The reaction is complicated. Pride in seeing women's basketball capabilities showcased, but frustration that it took this particular player to capture the world's attention. For every veteran who spent a decade trying to prove women can compete at an elite level, watching Clark go viral for dominating men hits different. It's the basketball equivalent of spending years explaining something only for someone else to get credit for the breakthrough. Imagine watching a phenomenon unfold in real time. Clark's jersey wasn't just selling, it was literally disappearing from shelves within hours. Like, gone. This wasn't some limited marketing stunt either. Her Indiana Fever jersey became the highest-selling rookie jersey in WNBA history, even beating some NBA rookies in certain markets. That's never happened before in women's basketball. Never. The contrast is painful when you look at the whole picture. While Clark merchandise triggers buying frenzies, many veterans who've been putting in work for years can't even get their jerseys consistently stocked. Walk into a sports store right now. What do you see? Clark jerseys front and center, if they haven't sold out, while players who've been elite for a decade might not have anything on display at all. The numbers don't lie either. WNBA viewership is up a massive 53% this season. Attendance records are shattering everywhere Clark plays. The economic impact isn't just significant, it's transformational. But this success story has a complicated undercurrent. Behind closed doors, there's an uncomfortable question floating around the league. Why did it take this particular player to finally get the marketing machine fully revved up? Many veterans have publicly embraced Clark while privately wondering if their excellence would have received the same treatment. What makes this whole situation even more interesting? Clark actually majored in marketing in college. She's not just a basketball phenom, she understands brand building at a fundamental level. That knowledge helped her establish a multi-million-dollar brand before ever stepping on a professional court. She knew exactly what she was doing while building her marketability. Let's be real. What we're seeing with Caitlin Clark isn't just about jealousy. She's completely transforming the business model for women's basketball. Clark isn't just playing the game. She's rewriting how female athletes can build their brands and make money in ways nobody thought possible before. This blueprint she's creating combines athletic talent with serious business smarts. The Netflix appearance just highlighted what's been happening all along. Some players get opportunities others won't, no matter how good they are. The million-dollar question now is whether Clark's success will create a pathway for all women athletes or just widen the gap between the marketable stars and everyone else.